Welcome to Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, back again with another episode. In this episode, I'm going to talk about an Aryan Nation guy that came to me and sold out his brothers for a piece of dope, right? It's one of those, again, cautionary tales about things that go on in prison. Hope you enjoy it. Kick back, relax. Let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comment sections about this one. Every day is something in the penitentiary, y'all. Every day. Every day. Now, this story happened years ago. This is one of those back in the day stories for me. Back then, I was in rotation. I had phones. I'm doing this and doing that, that sort of thing, right? And, actually, I wasn't in rotation, but I was selling drugs and having phones and doing all those types of things, things that I had no business doing. I'll admit that, and I regret those types of things. But nonetheless, I did it, and I'm gonna let it be known that it was stupid. But check this out. Every day in prison, you have to expect to get shook down. At any time, you can be shaken down. They got random shakedowns, and then they got probable cause shakedowns. A random shakedown is when, the pod officer, they shake a cell or two down every day. Every day. And if you get shook down, you might not get shook down again for another week or so, or a month maybe. But every day is going to be some shakedowns in here. Now, a probable cause shakedown, you can get shook down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if they think that you're doing something. If they have information that they believe is credible and they want to shake you down to see if they can catch you doing something, they'll do it. And that's just what it is. That's the law. That's the rules, and they can do it. And that's just the business. So you always have to be prepared. But back in the day, I always kept 2 or 3 of whatever I needed on deck put up somewhere, right? And this particular situation here, me and my partner, Tiny, and I just did a story about Tiny. I want y'all to go check that out about Tiny. He got out of prison and he got killed. So if you haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen to that episode, right? It's a cautionary tale about, getting out of prison and not changing the way you think, okay? But anyway, me and Tiny, we're doing our thing, getting money, you know what I'm saying? I got a phone that we're both sharing. Then I got a couple of other phones in the cut just in case something happens. They're put up at all times. Don't get them out for any reason. Don't even turn them on. Don't even activate them, And these were touch screens. They cost money. So anyway, it was a white dude that worked down front. And by him working down front, he would hear things about, ear hustling really, about what's going on, if the captain was planning a shakedown or if they were going to hit us at night and shake us down, whatever the case may be. And from time to time, he would come back and share that information in the pod so that we would be prepared for the shakedown, right? Now, more times than not, he was lying, right? But you couldn't take any of it for granted. If he said it, you got to go with it. It is what it is, right? So this one particular day, he comes in. It's a Friday. And we hadn't been shut down in a minute. And, we were all anticipating because they were pretty regular. Every 2 or 3 months they come and they shake down 3 or 4 cells in the middle of the night, 2 or 3 in the morning. But they had been missing. So we knew we were due. We knew we were due to be shut down. So anyway, when he said that the captain then were planning a late night shakedown over the weekend, it was like, oh man, it's time to put up. So we were going to keep the one phone out because Tiny, he kept that phone and we just, switched it back and forth as needed. I never kept it through the night. He did though. But he had a spot, what I'm saying, that it was safe. But the spot wasn't big enough for the other phones. So we were always taking a gamble keeping the other phones in the pod when we were not being shut down. It was a big gamble. But now that we had this information, whether it was credible or not, we had to deal with it and accept it as possibly true. So I had this guy that worked on the landscaping crew. I was cool with him. And I went to him and I said, look, man, what you think about what dude said? You think they're coming? He said, Joe T, I don't know. It's hard to say, man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I said, bump it. I believe it's going to happen. And if it don't happen, then no harm, no foul. So I asked him, I said, look, this is what I need you to do. I need you to, because he could go out any time. You know, he might have some kind of job, but they let certain people move around at their leisure, you know? So I said, man, I need you to take this out and bury it for me up under one of these bushes. That way, if they come in here, I'm good. He said, oh, I got you, Joe T, I got you. I said, that's what's up. I said, what's the ticket? He said, man, let me get a Suboxone. I said, I got you. I called Tiny and said, look, man, pay dude. He took care of that. He said, what's going on? I said, don't worry about it. Let me get the phones. Keep the one. He said, all right. So I give the phones to dude. He go take care of the business. He let me know where they're at, you know. So in case he can't get to them, I'll still know where they're at. All right? Trust him. Well, guess what happens? The weekend comes, they shake us down. I'm feeling pretty good. The spot is secure with Tiny. That phone is safe. The other phones that we have as backups, they're put up. They're safe, I assume. So here comes Sunday afternoon. I tell him, I said, look, go get the phones, man, and bring them back in. He said, man, I can't get them right now. I get them Monday morning. I said, bet that. Even better. Even better. So Monday morning came. He goes out. This is before work call. He goes out, comes back. He's panicking. He said, Joe T. I said, what's up? He said, the phones are missing. I said, what? The phones are missing. I said, don't play no games with me, man. He said, no, they're gone. The phones are missing. I said, oh, man. I said, man, this white dude, he's playing. I hate to have to beat him, but I'm going to beat him. If he's playing about these phones, I'm going to beat him. So I started doing my little investigating. A couple of phones on the compound for sale. Who got the phones for sale? Aryan Nation. I said, oh. Now, keep in mind, these phones had not been activated yet. So they can do anything they wanted to do to them. Right? So I sat there and I said, I put the feeler out, tell them I'm looking for the phones, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to buy. So they bumped down on me like I'm stupid. Yeah, we got phones for you, Joe T. Woo, this is this. So they let me look at the phone. When I look at the phone, I said, oh, okay then. What y'all want for them? 7 piece. I said, man, get back at me, man. Get back at me. So I get the brothers. I tell the brothers what had happened. They ready to bomb. I said, nah, let's wait. We're going to wait. Because I want to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they look like my phones. Exactly like my phones. But I want to be sure before we make a move like that. Because when I make a move like that, somebody's going to the hospital. It's as simple as that. Heads banging. It's going down. So I noticed this one Aryan Nation dude, he always wanted to come around and try to get some Suboxone and tell me to keep his secrets and all this and that. Because, you know, they're not supposed to be getting high like that. So I pull him in the cell when everybody's gone to chat. I said, look, I need to talk to you, man. He said, man, I can't be seen talking to you. I said, man, ain't nobody in here. It's just us. And I got brother them standing outside the cell, so ain't nobody finna come in here. He said, man, what's going on, Joe T? I said, man, you know what it is, man. Those my phones, man. He's like, man, I can't get into that, right? So look, I'm sitting at the edge of the bed. I got my package out, right? I told Tiny to give me the pack. So I got it out and I'm unwrapping it. And before I even get it unwrapped, I can smell the Suboxone smell coming off the pack. And I know he can smell it because this is his drug of choice. So I'm unwrapping it, right? and I drop it on the floor right there in between my feet. He see all of the Suboxone. So I'm picking them up. I pick them up, and then I put them on the table so he could see them, and I'm counting. I said, what's the dough for me while I count these out? I'm stunned, really. I'm trying to let him know I got Suboxone. So I'm counting them out. All of a sudden, I turn around, I look. He's looking at me. He's supposed to be looking out the door. I know I got him now. So I put him up, put him in my pocket. I said, look, man, all I want you to do is to confirm to me that those are my phones, and how did y'all get them? He said, man, you can't say nothing about that. I said, man, I ain't never said nothing, have I? I said, you been getting high with me for the longest. I ain't never said nothing. This is between us, man. You know how we do. And then I give him some dap, like we just straight, ace boom coon, you know? He feeling loose now. He said, man, you gonna hit me with a Suboxone, man? I said, man, I'm gonna hit you with 2 of them. I'm gonna hit you with 2 of them. You feel me? He said, man, look. He said, the landscaper dude, man. He said, we seen him when he left the unit. When he got back, we bumped down on him. We knew from the get-go he was up to something. I said, so he told y'all where the spot was at? He was like, yeah, he ain't had no choice. I said, oh, okay, that's what's up. And I said, so y'all trying to sell them back to me? He was like, yeah, bro, them saying that, yeah, you gonna buy them back or you won't get them back. I said, that's what's up. I said, don't say nothing, man. Don't say nothing about this. He said, nah, I ain't gonna say nothing. Don't you say nothing, man. They'll kill me if they find out that I told you this, man. I said, nah, I ain't gonna say nothing about that, man. My word, man. I ain't gonna say nothing. You hear me? I ain't gonna say nothing. I don't know no loyalty to him. The Aryan Nation. If he had his way, he'd kill me. What loyalty do I owe him? You know what I mean? So I tell brother them to go bump down on the head, tell him to bring him to me. So they go get him. Tell him to come holler at me. He comes over, he got about 3 or 4 of his hits, hit me in with him, the goons. They walk over, my guy's standing outside the cell, his guy's standing outside the cell, me and him in there chopping it up. I'm letting them know. I know they're my phones. I need them phones back right now or it's going to be a problem. He putting on real good. He know what it is. He know what it is. He came back down to me. So I tell him, I said, I tell you what, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to bring one of your own brothers in here and he going to tell you that those are my phones. You want me to do that? He's like, yeah. Ain't that one of my brothers told you nothing like that. That's a lie. I said, all right, that's what's up. So now, when I make the move, make brother them go get him, he kicking and screaming coming over there. He kicking and screaming. Mad. Man, you nigga this, you nigga that, blah, blah, blah. He's saying all that. I don't want to hear all that. I don't care nothing about all that. Because when I finish, all of them finna leave the building anyway. I don't care nothing about none of that. Give me me. So when he comes in now, I said, tell him what you told me. He don't say nothing. Hit him up real quick, smack him. I said, you gonna tell him what you told me, or I'm finna beat you in front of him. Now right now, brother them outside the cell, they got his goons on lock. Tell them they better not move. They got the butchers on. Better not move. So they just standing there scared. Because we know all of them get high. They ain't ready to fight. They ain't in no shape. We know all their secrets. All of them getting high. We got them. They just want some dope anyway. So I said, look, this is what we going to do, man. I understand how it going, man. And I respect the hustle. I said, but go get them phones. I'm going to make sure you can get you something to get high with. He sat there looking at me, this and that. He know either he going to give me the phones and I'm going to give him something to get high with, or I'm going to take the phone and then they leave. It don't matter. Either way, he loses. So he sat there, he calculated in his mind. He said, man, look, don't nobody need to know outside the cell what went down, man. I said, no, ain't nobody gonna know nothing. Ain't nobody gonna know nothing, man. My word, man. You got my word on that, man. Again, I don't owe no Aryan Nation no loyalty. Do you hear me? I don't owe no Aryan Nation no loyalty. If he had his way, if they had their way, I would be in chains. I don't owe them any loyalty. So yeah, I lied to him. He sent his goons to get the phone. They bring the phones back. He hand me the phone. When he hand me the phone, I tell brother and them, get rid of it. Don't you gonna do it like that? Shut up. Get up out of here. Get rid of them, folks. Folks them tell them, go get your stuff. Get on the dump. Get up out of here. By then, about 30 of them goons come out. Said, what's going on? Oh, nothing. We serving eviction notices. They got to leave. They got to get up out of this pod. They all in GDB in it. Get them up out of here. Police come to the door. What's going on? Oh, we got some eviction notices for y'all. Get them up out of here. Get them up out of here. Walked them right up out of there. Walked them right up out of there. They knew that they couldn't stand what we was about to do. They knew they couldn't. Because they was all junkies. They was all junkies, wanting to get high. And they were going to get dealt with one way or the other for stealing. Just thought I would drop that on y'all. How crucial it gets in here. How crosses on top of crosses occur in the penitentiary. Just remember that when you decide that you want to come up in here and live this lifestyle. Get real grimy up in here. I don't think you're ready for that. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker. And I say peace, y'all.